Hey, this is Pat, and today we are checking out the all-new Alpinestars Zaca Air Waterproof Jacket. Now, the Zaca Air Waterproof Jacket might be my favorite ad to the line in 2024 from Alpinestars. I think they hit it out of the park with this jacket. I think it's great for anybody who is sport touring, just sport riders out there, commuters, anybody out there just going for a casual ride. It's a great option for the early spring all the way to the late fall, and I'll tell you why. You have full mesh down the front, full mesh at the back, as well as a waterproof removable liner. It does have a hood that is removable, so you can really stylize it in a really customize it to be your favorite jacket. And I love even down to the graphic that Alpinestars is adding into the sleeves. It comes in a red and blue colorway, and they use little Alpinestars logos to make up a pretty rad Alpinestars silhouette at the side. I think they did a great job with the overall styling, the features that they added in there, and a lot of the different colorways that I think they have now, and I assume will be coming in the future. So if you're interested in a spring option or a summer option or something to get you through most of the riding season, the Zaca should be on your short list. But before I get into all of the features of the Zaca Air Waterproof Jacket, let's talk about the overall fit. I have Mr. Handsome Nick over here on my left. He is 5'9", 180 pounds with a 40.5-inch chest. Now, when we put him in the size medium and the size large, which is right around the two sizes that we would size him up for, the medium fit him spot on. That's what he's wearing right here. If he wanted to add in a Tech Air system, which this is compatible for, he'd probably bump up to his normal size in the large. But if you're not using a Tech Air system, go down one full size from what the sizing chart is recommending, and you should be all set. Plenty of room, especially if it removes that waterproof liner. Lots of airflow, space for a back protector, for a chest protector, plenty of space in there. So take your measurements, look at the size chart, and go down one full size unless you're adding a Tech Air system underneath. But let's get into the nitty-gritty of the new Zaca Air. So the main construction, as I mentioned before, is polyester. It's a 450 denier polyester in the key zones like the shoulder, like the elbow, and some of the accent points. And then you have full mesh panels at the front, inner sleeve, outer sleeve, down the back, and at some of the sides, as well as some stretch running over the collarbone and down under the armpits and to the shoulder blades. So those are the main material construction that they're using. And I think they did an excellent job of pairing it together. It's a perfect amount of mesh in the front, key areas allowing exhaust wind to leave the jacket, as well as stretch in the key areas for those riding positions. But let's start up at the collar and work our way down. You do have a zipper garage right up at the main zipper, as well as some neoprene and microfiber around the rim of the collar just to keep it comfortable on those hotter days. And like I said before, you do have a removable hood. It is something that snaps out of place and can be removed all the way around, so you can run it without a hood. Hoods at highway speeds can be kind of annoying. This does have a vent at the back to allow that airflow to go through without turning it into a sail. But again, you can remove it if you want, which I really like. You have that huge stretch panel that I mentioned before coming down the collarbone and into some DFS light on the outer shoulder. And underneath that is Nucleon Flex Plus armor. This is CE1 armor. Extremely malleable, extremely ventilated, very comfortable armor. We've been seeing Alpinestars use this across the entire line. It's very comfortable, and you can upgrade it to CE level 2 if you wanted to. And you get that at the shoulder as well as the elbow. And like I said, I really dig this outer graphic style. That is a full mesh panel as well, with mesh running down the entire interior of the sleeve. Now, I do wish they added some sort of cincher or some sort of Velcro adjustment at the bicep as well as the forearm, but I'm not too upset, considering this is coming in at the $300 price point. I'm not too upset that they didn't add that feature in there with all the other features they decided to include. Single Velcro cuff closure down at the base. And if we look at the chest and go and work our way down, you're looking at a full mesh panel construction, a little bit of a Alpinestars logo at the upper left chest, and then two hand warmer pockets at each side. Can you go ahead and turn to the side and hit the riding position for me? One thing I want to point out is you do get that stretch from the armpit working its way down the sides, and just a good amount of 450 denier polyester down to the Velcro adjuster at the waistline. You can go ahead and turn back for me. Again, a great look at that graphic that I love at the back, using those smaller silhouetted Alpinestars logos to make up the overall arching one over that mesh panel. And you can see the hood actually clips down, so if you are at highway speeds, it's not going to be flapping around. And I did mention before, it does have that exhaust vent to allow the air to pass through, but just remove it if you don't want it back there. Stretch at the shoulder blades is going to be great for that riding position as you get fully tucked into it. That's going to help you with a little bit of stretch, or if you have the airbag system underneath, that's going to help in any deployments. A little bit of a drop seat done in 450 denier, so if you are in a more aggressive riding position, it's going to keep everything covered at the back. You can go ahead and turn front for me and unzip and open up for it. Again, YKK zipper at the front, and then when we look at the interior, you can see that waterproof removable liner. It does just horseshoe zip out if you want to remove it. You go and pop it out, and all that wind flow is going to be getting in there. You do have some storage pockets. You do have a Napoleon waterproof pocket as well on the inside, and then you have a connection zipper at the rear of the jacket. You can go ahead and zip that up for me. So again, the Zaca Air is hitting on a lot of different fronts that I really dig. The full mesh construction, the waterproof liner for those colder riding days or those wet riding days, the removable hood, the DFS light, the Nucleon Flex. It's knocking it out of the park, and again, coming in at that $300 price point. Now, the one thing I will say is it is only CEA rated, but at this price point, at this target audience, I'm not too upset about that. Alpinestars, if you're listening, I'd love to see maybe an upgrade to CEAA and a couple of different colorways as well, and I think this could be one of the most popular options in the line. But if you have any other questions about the all-new Zaca Air waterproof jacket, click that info button. That's going to take you over to the product page where you can read other rider reviews and see what other riders are saying about this jacket. And if you still have questions after that, or if you have questions on sizing or the Tech Air compatibility within this jacket, give our customer service a call. They're all riders, happy to help you get set up for your next ride. I want to thank you for joining Nick and I and checking out the all-new Alpinestars Zaca Air waterproof jacket. I'm Pat, and I'll see you in the next video.